Alright, well, this is a video but actually it's really more about the sound. Um, so yeah, I'm making this video as an answer to Chiron. I really want to say that, well, this is kind of cliche. You changed my life! You gave me keys that allowed me to change my life. And I just want to say thank you. But it has been very heavy, very difficult for me to actually deal with it the first time. Not that I couldn't take it in the sense that it was hard to hear. No, it's just that my mind really overloaded. It exploded, expanded, and that made me kind of going nuts. Really, I was kind of getting crazy. I am crazy, actually. I think, the one who is crazy is going to reach the secret. That's what it is for me, and that's by being crazy that you can reach things that you would never if you would be rational. A ration is something that is limited. So no more rational thoughts. I leave place to my imagination. So I've been trying to reply to your video about the vanishing point. Actually, it could be any of your videos, just that it's the last one, and it turns out that you posted something the very moment I reconnect with your content. And so I've been trying to send you this. All this. So you see it is here, and so here is all the text that I wanted to send you. It's quite a lot. And it's just a fraction of all the things that I can say. So I don't know if you actually have this. I'm going to read it out loud, but not now. Actually, I don't like reading myself. I want to be really in the now, not getting attached to something that I once created. This is all now. And so I was saying that you really had a huge impact on my life. The thing you sent out, the message that you created, which messed the edges, it removes the barriers, the limits, the barriers of the language, which is the language. And you helped me free myself, for lack of a better word. It is not a word I believe in, but anyway. I still need to use words in order to communicate to an intellectual level. But at the same time, my heart is connecting to yours. It is echoing. This echo is the ego that they try to destroy. This is the echo. The egg. That's what they try to take away from us. And one of the very important notions that I want to tell you about is the notion of trophy. Because you talk about Ouroboros, and you talk about how the snake that bites his tail and all that. But I have a completely different vision from you. Actually, it's like my heart is connecting to yours, and I am crying as I listen to your voice, to your song, to your chant. But at the same time, there is a dissonance on the cognitive level. And unlike you, I do not choose the heart over the mind. I would rather say that I do not have my heart mind. And so I create something new. I do not like choices. The whole life is about making choices. The whole system is about choices. No more choices. Is it really a choice, when the options that are given in front of you are not of your own will. You have to pick between blue and red, but you didn't want anything in the first place, but you have to pick one. And so I'm done with choices. Now I create. I do not pick an option, I just imagine one. And that is what I am doing. And I really want to reach to you because you gave me keys that allowed me to do what I'm doing now, which is something I cannot explain, really. It is very personal, very, very personal, and it happens through the words. Somehow I can hear them. It means really being here, être là en français, and là is really, it is the voice, it is the song, it is the la, the note, là. And this is why there is the internationally known expression, voilà, because voilà is la voix, and so la voix is the voice in French. It also means the way, and so we are told that we are in the Milky Way. So it is the Milky voice. It is the kill me voice. It is. It's terrible. Because I know the spells. I know how they work. Somehow I hear everything. And it is hard. Because I hear people destroying themselves constantly, not knowing what they are saying. This is the consent that is taken away, that is stolen through deception. And it is done with Ouroboros. Rub our Horus, our eyes. They are stealing our eyes, they are stealing who we are. They are studying our R. The letter R is the that you often mention in the Golden Web. It is the value. This is the letter air. This is our air. It is the air that we breathe. It is the air that we sing. It is taken away through consent that is stolen. And the consent really is the sound sent. It is the sound being sent. The particle con means trick, but in French there is a word, leçon, that means listen. But the way it is written, it is actually written with a C. And so in leçon, the particle con is actually pronounced son, which means sound. And so the consent is the sound sent. It is taken away from us. It is done so with deceptions, with something that they call a trophy. It is the trophy. A trophy is the head of the beast taken by the hunter and then puts it in its living room. The head set to a price. This is the trophy, known as trophy. And so, one of the trophy is the snake. It is the very snake that bites his own tail. The consent is given. We give our value because we hate our value. And so hating is eating. And that's the snake that bites his own tail. It is the snake that bites his own creation, as a tale is also a story. It is their story. The snake is many symbol. It is... I'm not going to go into the wordsmithing for this one. But yes, it is something that is written. It is a symbol of the sun. Superman is really the Superman, the man eaten as super. The human is the menu. He takes his energy from the sun. The logo of Superman is a red S, but it is actually a red snake. You can see it very clearly if you observe it. It is the yellow sun. and the red sun. I have so much to tell you. I really want to get to that notion of trophy. This is really the one thing I want to tell you about. Because they want us to hate ourselves, to reject our own values. And so they do it with the snake, and they do it with so many things. The notions of good and bad, right and wrong. They tell us that, we have this idea that is programmed in the brain that we need to do the right thing. Yes, the right thing, right? And you write with your right hand. This is the history. It is the East story, the story that is at the East. The East is the right direction. So it is the right story as they write the stories with their right hands, taking away our rights. That's a lot of rights, right? Alright, let's continue. I'm sorry. I said I never would say that again. I'm sorry. Yes, the right. The opposite of right is wrong, but it is also left. That's the opposite of right. And left is an anagram of felt. And there is the expression heartfelt. It tells you where the heart is. It is on the left. So, for one who follows his heart, who flows his heart, a follower is a flower. As the sunflower is the sun follower. The one who follows heart. Does he really want to go in the direction opposite to the heart? So I'm done with doing things right now. I'm doing things left, how I feel them, how they are felt. So yes, I am listening to my heart, but not just my heart. There's something else that I cannot quite explain. And this is what allows this flow, this song I am sharing with you. The trophy. They make us say many things. Among all all those things is one that has been twisted. And this is death. Because death, in French, if you say mi amor, it means put to death. But in Spanish, mi amor means my love. So which is it? Death has been corrupted. It has been given something. It has been gifted with a weapon. And the whip is something that takes away the flesh. The weapon. There is a pattern in English. It is that the th in words is the article of the. And so death is the day. It is the day. And this is why, if you read the day, D-A-Y in French, will say dying, because dying is color. When you die, the color goes away. That's what is being taken. The color of the blood, the red. But the red is just the ray that is being marked with the D, and so it is red. They are the rays of the sun, because we are the human race. The human race. The horse that are running, and those guys, they are sun worshippers. Sun worship is not about liking the sun, praising it. No. It is ore shipping, because the ore is the French for gold. It's the English, you know that it is the ori. The ori is what is being mined. That's what it is. It is taken away with consent. By creating ideas, implanting ideas in our minds of what is good and what is bad, by hijacking our reality. And they do that by flooding the information. And so the facts actually brings to the French facture. And so the facture, it means invoice, because your facts are invoice. The voice, the sound, is the power of creation, what brings to manifestation. The manifestation is man-infestation. As festering means to rot, but to rot creates mold, and to mold means to give shape. And that's how they create the ship. The ship, the chip, what is cheap, all the same thing. Everything is done through symbolism. But something is happening through all this manipulation, this thing called language. Something is happening, and I call it slang. It is the soul lang. It is also the slow lang. In French, we call it verlan, because verlan is à l'envers, but backwards, and so it means in reverse. But that's just an idea. Verlan means also slow verse. Need to speak slowly, to hear truly. I'll give you an example. Like the word pride, you speak slowly, pride. You hear the word parade. That's what it is. Because pride is something that is used to hide, in fact, fear. That's what a parade is, because parading means to block an attack. And that's what the knight does in French. We say that the knight is courageous, and in French it is said that le preux chevalier. But if you say preux slowly, it gives peureux. And peureux means scared. And that is how they are twisting everything, as what is inverse ultimately will be inverted. That's what it is. That's what's happening. And so ultimately, I will not use words anymore. But for now, and I say I mean all of us. Us is the S. That's the essence. And so, a moment of silence. Way when it comes, it really has to come. It doesn't feel hard if I do not let this come out, whatever it is. Symbolism is twisting everything. And so I'm reaching you just to share this vision. I have what I hear, which is something I don't call truth anymore. Because for me, the truth is part of the things that are reversed and are inverted. I'm not looking for truth anymore. I'm looking for the lies. The lie is the I. The French L, the L apostrophe, it creates the word lie. It means the I. That's why I close my eyes. And when I close my eyes, what do I see? I see dark. Because dark is all the colors. That's what it is. It's not the absence of colors, it is all the colors. The fake reality that is displayed through the monitors is twisting that, where white is all the colors and black nothing. This is the embodiment of the inverse, this fake tale of white light. The right is the light, is the white. They all go together. They just are slightly different because of an accent. The accent is a knack that is sent into the original program. It is. The colors, they tell a story. And the screen is a story of pixels. The pixels, that which picks the soul. People giving their image. Image gives the French magie, which means magic. So when we give our image, the selfie, we give our image. We give our magic. The Japanese tamashi, which means soul, is the French tamaji, which means your soul. La magie means the magic. It is also l'âme agit, which means the soul acts. The soul is the source of creation. The imagination is the magie in action, the image in action. And through spelling, they have created an association of imagination with what is not real. Oh, I saw a red dog. Oh, it's probably your imagination. Instead, imagination is siphoned away by the Hollywood with their movies that sets our motions, taking away our imaginations. Movies do not predict reality. They take it away. They make it. This whole thing, this whole experience is a whole story. Tom Cruise, he tells us, comes true. Tom is an anagram of the French mot, which means word. And so the word comes true, and the cruise is the boat. Because the French for boat, the French for cruise is croisière, which is croire hier, which means believe in yesterday. What is yesterday is history. And so the story comes true. His story, the story of Tom, the story of Mo, the story of the words. Is that a coincidence? Everything, absolutely everything is scripted. Vote for Biden. Vote for Biden. Yeah, right. It's just ridiculous. The French President Macron, who burned France, is actually giving the word cramon, which is a slang for let's burn. Yeah, seriously. It's all a big freaking movie. And so yes, when Q said, "You're watching the movie." Yeah, that's true. And that's the problem. We are watching. I'm not watching. I create my story. Believing in the impossible. But that in itself is an antithesis, thesis, whatever. Because when you believe, you're lost. You don't believe anymore. The believer is the bee hovering the liver, as the liver in French is foi, which means also faith. That's why the believer is offering the faith. And the liver is an organ, and this is the organ that you find in the church. This organ, the believer, is chosen by God, because God chooses. He chooses in his mouth. That is the dive in comedy, as in God we trust. When God swallows, then he digests. This is the slaughter, the laughter of S, the essence that dies, the color that is taken away during the digestion. No more beliefs. All that remains is not words. It is something entirely different. The words are engineered in a way to destroy that, to hide it. And this is why now I'm just singing. However, I need... Do I need? I don't know. But to reach out, to reach in, actually, to reach the others, to reach the other hearts, the other parts. I am using this vector of communication, that is the words. I'm using the blade. The blade in French, l'âme, means also the soul. I am. If you consider that the I is an L, it becomes l'âme, which also means the soul. Jesus gives, his story gives a precious message. No, it's not the savior or whatever. Anyway, a savior is all part of the divine comedy. It is the savior. A taste, that's what it is, a flavor. But Jesus says, je suis, which is the French for I am. And so I am is a mix of French and English, and it is I soul. Jesus is supposed to be the Son of God, but he's also the Son God, as he's a saint. And so I soul gives the French soleil, which means the sun. That's what it means. The sun. Everything to me is about the sun. This is the heart. The sun is being mined. Is being mined with the minerals, which are the solar mine. As we eat, our air is extracted. The shit that we make is S hit. It is the sun's hit. And that's why your asshole is a soul. Sounds ridiculous. Well, yeah. But actually everything is coded like that. And there are so many expressions associating the asshole with what is hot. I mean, your ass on fire. And this fire, this energy, is something they take away. This is why you have bottles of alcohol, because alcohol is all cool and the bottle is your asshole. It is very sick and programmed everywhere. The hit is something they take away. The children are the children, and they go to school where they are made to cool. In French, they are dans la classe. And classe is very close to glace, which means ice. But in French, the word ice, glass, also means mirror. But the glass is also something in which you drink. And in French it's pronounced verre. And verre is the color green in French, and it is also the verse. And that is how the screen, the S green, is stealing away the hit, the soul. The primary colors, red, blue, and yellow, are turned into red, blue, and green. How did the yellow turn into green? It was blown by the blue. Yeah. The pixels picking the souls. The green is the color of jealousy, of envy. And the jealousy is the yellow sea. It is the yellow invaded by the sea. The yellow invaded by the blue, which becomes green. That's why there is the Grim Reaper, which is in fact the Green Reaper, because the green is a smile, and the smile is represented by the scythe of death. And that's why people smile on the picture. What do they say? Cheese. The cheese is eaten by the mouse, which is the mouth by the words. And also, the mouse in French is souris, but tu souris means you smile. The mice is eaten by the cat, and the cat in French is chat, which in feminine gives chat, which is, a pussy. But chat is also the chat, the words again. Death is the death. It is the sun. It is the black sun. Everything has been twisted. The black is all the colors. And we are made to reject it with consent. Black is evil, is dark. That's why it's darkness, because ness is sun. Darkness means dark sun. It doesn't mean that there is no sun. No, it's just the sun is dark. And they are turning it white. Is there white light? That's why there are white lines. Light is lied to. Death is not the issue. It is the fear of death. And people fear the death because it was given the weapon. Fear is cold. It is the cold that extracts the heat from the heart. Remove the air of the heart and you're left with the heat. It is the heat that they eat. That's why they force us to eat meat. And it's nice to meet you. French word for the fear is l'effroi. And if you split it, it gives le froid, which means the cold. To be cold is to be given a name. A name. Changing the phonetic order, it gives mine. Name, mine. If you don't have a name, you don't have a mine. And therefore, you cannot be mind. Tags. A name is a tag. That's why it is price tag. Names are creating definition. I remember when I first heard you saying it is the definition. And for me it is the definition. The beginning of not hearing the sound of the essence. Death, true death, is death. Actually, the French for the mouse, souris, is written in a way that you could say sour is, which means is death. That's what sour means, death. Yes, in the end, I didn't read what I said, what I wrote. Yeah, wrote. We are going. The words are living. I can feel it. I don't know. But this is so strong. Yeah, wrong and strong. So strong. Things are changing. There's really something is happening. It's not the savior or whatever. It's something deep within the heart. And only those who hear can echo with it. The apocalypse is a cyclops. The cycle operation. The cyclop. The one eye. I will, so yeah, I've, all the things I sent you is right here. So if you want to take a screen capture, if you want to read it, because I don't think you will actually receive it. Freaking YouTube. Actually no, that's the last part. Hold on. Okay, so that's the first one. I'll let you, make a capture. Hoping the quality is good enough. Actually, you know what? Everything is here. It's better this way. It is extremely difficult for me to read myself. I cannot. If I do so, I am not in the now, even if it's 10 minutes ago. I could not read this to you. This is what flew on the moment. And I so would love to have you on the phone. We have something, for lack of a better word. There are answers. There really are. And it goes with both heart. A heart that is not mind. So I have my heart and my tuition. Let's call it this way. Some would call it intellect or intelligence. Cognitive abilities. I often say it this way. There's so much more I would like to share, especially about the gold. I've written quite a lot about that. But anyway, I'm really glad I've done this. Thank you for anyone who's listened so far. And no, I don't wish you luck in this shit show. Believing in luck is admitting that you do not create your reality. If you make it, if you truly are free, again, for lack of a better word, you do not need luck anymore. Luck is the gumball. We do not bet. And hell is not a bet. Thank you for everyone that has been here. Oh, and also I'd like to show you something that this is my Telegram channel. I mean, we're just a few people, and so if you want to join, hold on. Okay, so this is me. This is my actual phone number. Oh no, I've shown my phone number. What's going to happen? You see, some people would blur that or whatever. No, I'm not afraid of anything. just yeah, you can actually call me if you want. That would be lovely. Or send me an SMS first, because I usually don't reply when I don't know the number, simply because I'm spammed a lot. Yes. So this is a group I have initiated, and on which we just share personal things, mostly things about language, but all kinds of research. And so yeah, I really, yeah, anyone who wants to join is welcome. And so yeah, but you need to send me a message add me on Telegram and send me a message first, because this is not a public channel. I am making one to reach out, and I do my best. I don't want to become like all those goons, the posers or whatever, looking for views, selling out. How many times I've been suggested to make a book, write a book. I am not here for that. I am not for sale. Anyway, this is the end, the goal. So yeah, I'm not making videos on YouTube actually for this reason. I'm just typing. But now that I've made this one, maybe I will make something different. I don't know. Because through text, the data doesn't flow the same way. It's far better using the voice, my thing. So yeah, this is what I am singing.